What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say if you're a fan of those legends of the game, then I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And let me know in the comment section below, guys, a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. I would be more than happy to do that for you. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, this is kind of going along with the Brandon Roy video I did a little bit ago, and then very early on in my channel, I did a Bill Walton video, and it just really shows you how unlucky. And it's kind of funny because I'm recording this, I think, on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, so it just shows you how unlucky the Trailblazers have been. It's very unfortunate, but we're gonna go into another one. Now, here's the thing, though, right? With Bill Walton and Brandon Roy, we got to kind of see what they were going to be, right? We got to see their greatness. With the other two that I'm going to mention, however, I don't think we ever got to see that greatness. And the other thing that's bad about that is they were taken ahead of an all-time great, or they were, yeah, they were taken before an all-time great was taken, right? So in Greg Oden's case, I mean, they could have had Kevin Durant. And, I'm not saying Kevin Durant hasn't had his issues with injuries, because he certainly has. I know against Dallas, I was watching the highlights of that game, and I really cringed when I saw him go down. I was like, nah, man, not, because, I mean, I'm not a huge Kevin Durant fan, but, the great players, I want to see them play, right? It's like with LeBron. I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I was never a huge Jordan fan. I wasn't a huge Kobe fan, but because they were, at the very top of, of their era, I wanted to see them on the court and playing. Um, so the fact that, we never got to see Greg Oden, become what he could have became. I know at Ohio State he looked very good, and he had the potential to be even better, right? He was good on the defensive end. He was he was good at rebounding. He was good at finishing around the basket, and he had a pretty decent little hook. And yeah, I mean, he could have been really good. So this is more or less what we could have got had Greg Oden been able to stay healthy. Um, and it's just one of those things that, yeah, it's been a unfortunate thing. I know if you're a Trailblazers fan, I really feel for you, because I mean that's just those four players alone, right? Which I really haven't mentioned the fourth, but anyone that has followed the Trailblazers, it's going to be Sam Bowie. But those four players alone, um, and the potential that they had, and then the fact that injuries just you know took that away in all four of those cases. I mean, Bill Walton could have been top five center of all time. Could have been. He was showing very early on that he had that potential. Brandon Roy could have been an all-time great. Greg Oden, he had the potential to be a really good center. I don't know that he would have been as good as, Walton could have been, but he would have been very good. Probably top 20, top 25 maybe. And then Sam Bowie, I mean, he had a lot of potential too. So he could have been a top 20 center of all time as well. So, I mean, it's very unfortunate, that things have happened the way that they have, but let's get right into this build. So guys, with this build, I mean, in all honesty, I feel like the best way to go for this build, I would go with the Hall of Fame finishing and the Hall of Fame defense. Um, and for this build, you could go well rounded. I really think that's a good way to go for this. You get a little bit of everything. You're not going to be a fast player, regardless of how you do it with this build, because you're going to be 7 foot. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to max out everything here. Because like I said, he did have a decent... Now, if you didn't want driving layup, and driving dunk, you don't really need it because you're not going to be using that with this build, right? So, you don't need it. I'm not saying that you need it necessarily. We'll go ahead and max out our free throw. Now, you can max out your mid-range too if you wanted to. That's really on you. You're just going to get 59, so it's not really worth, I don't think, wasting those attribute points for. And we'll go ahead and take our pass here. We'll just take it up to 50. And then we'll take this up just to 35. We'll go ahead and max out our post control, our interior defense, our lateral quickness, and then we'll go here, defensive rebound, offensive rebound, block, and then actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll just put this on our driving dunk, just so we get that 25th. And of course, we'll just stay with built 7 foot, 250. Wingspan, you can keep the wingspan where it is. I would just go ahead and max it out though, because you're not going to be shooting with this build. This build you're going to be an interior force with. So you get improvements to your close shot, your driving dunk, standing dunk, post hook, which is the main things you're going to use on the offense with this build. And then on the defensive side, you get bonuses to your steal, block, offensive and defensive rebounding. So yeah, you could go either way. Now with this also, you could really just pick and choose what you want to do. And it just really depends on you, right? If you want to be dominant in the post, then you would choose post score. I just like glass cleaner. And you build a glass cleaning lockdown. And we'll go ahead and we'll go into this and we'll look at the badges. Now badges, guys, as always, they're basically whatever you would prefer. You just go with what works for you, right? You could do hook specialist. We'll do rise up and grace under pressure. So what we've got here is back down punisher, dream shake, fast twitch, fearless finisher, hook specialist, rise up, and grace under pressure. And of course, all but grace under pressure is Hall of Fame. Grace under pressure is bronze. For the one shooting badge, guys, I would just do slippery off ball. Playmaking, we could do break starter and glue hands or post playmaker. Whichever you prefer. And then for the defense, guys, we're going to go rebound chaser. We're going to go rim protector, intimidator. Brick wall's a good one. Box is a good one. And then we'll do post lockdown and hustler. But again, guys, with these badges, it really depends on your play style and what you like to use. So go with whatever works for you. But yeah, guys, I really feel like this is a good Greg Oden build, and it could have been the Greg Oden that we saw had he been able to stay healthy. I really think he could have been a very, very good player. And, it would have been nice to see him live up to his potential. That's part of the game, right? Injuries, it kind of takes away from that. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. If you enjoy those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to the channel. And let me know in the comments below, guys, the legend you'd like to see me do a build on. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.